Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to another Channeling Erik, providing archangel guidance through live readings every Friday. My name is Con Mustafa, also known as Con Knight, and I'm an intuitive empath where I'm using this time to practice providing channeled guidance, channeled messages, and answering any questions you may have. So welcome, everybody. Thank you all for being here and being a part of this. Always very excited to have you all around here and giving this opportunity and sharing your energy. So I really am thankful for this. So if anybody has any messages, I see a few people have posted already. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Golden Age. Great to see you, dear. Hey, Erik. Oh, Katrina. Hey, Katrina. Got it. Brother Jim, Jurgita. Hey, Kathy, BG. Hey, Mishi. Gina, PT, hi Tisha, I'm doing great, thanks hon. Hey Saul, hey Ann, hey Kay, hey Ann. Happy Friday, that's right, it is Friday. Pretty much every day is the same for me. Doesn't really matter anymore, every day is like a Friday. Franco, so I was only reading messages prior to 5 minutes, taking messages at that point. So Franco, I'm gonna add you to the end. And if I have time, I'm going to read your message. And I'm just getting my space ready here. So, anything you want to say, Erik? Yeah, so Erik just wants to quickly talk about the energies on the planet right now and what we're going through. And this has kind of been a common theme. But we know there's a massive change, a shift that's happened on the earth. People are facing more ascension energies. There's more energy coming down from the sun right now. And now is a time to really connect with the earth, with Mother Gaia, with the sun, and establishing a flow of connection. And he's saying now is really the pivotal time. Now is the time to really get outside. Get outside to your trees. Talk to the trees. Talk to the rocks. Connect with the earth. Go outside and barefoot. Go barefoot walking. Go lean against your tree. Connect with the trees. And as you're there, become quiet and connect with Gaia and everything that happens around you. And as you connect with Gaia, connect with the sun and bring in the soul energy of the sun. Connect with the soul of the sun and bring forth that masculine energy down and the feminine energy up. And it's time to find a balance. This isn't about finding your strength in either or. It's about finding balance between the two, between the masculine and the feminine. Because that's what we are. We are balanced beings. And for us to enter into 5D, we need to cross into 4D. In 4D, we're flip-flopping between 3D and 5D. And we're awakening ourselves and finding the balance within us. So 4D, we find the balance. We're finding the balance in order for us to get to 5D. In order to do that, forgiveness is key. Finding the balance between feminine and divine masculine is key. So he's encouraging all of us to get outside, ground, connect with the ground energy, call in Mother Gaia, and then call in the sun energy and connect with the sun. Now, this doesn't matter, even if you're in an apartment building and you're 16 floors up, you can still connect into the ground through a meditation. Even if you physically can't get outside, if you're physically disabled and can't get out, much like myself, it's very hard for me to get outside with how the physical body is right now. But it wants to get outside. So you can do that energetically and still connect with the earth and everything around you by seeing yourself going through all the concrete, going through all the floors and connecting with the earth and still connecting into the center of the earth. And bring in that sun energy and know the feeling of the sun and bring the sun into your body and begin to feel and sense and connect with nature and everything around you. And as you do that, you're going to find yourself much more expansive and feel yourself expanding. Expanding, and it's expanding into all areas and just connecting with everything around you. He can go on with this quite a bit, but I'm going to stop it there. I think you guys get the message of what Erik is trying to say. This is a time for entering into balance, forgiveness, letting go. As you have anger come into you, judgment, guilt, observe it and let those feelings go out of your body. And as you let them go and feel the comfort and the balance between the divine and feminine, things will begin to settle. We're starting to find that balance. And the balance is where we're going to be going. And it's necessary because the rest of the world, shit is going to hit the fan. He says they are going to be so messed up from all the shit that's going to be happening, quote unquote, from Erik. And the only way we're going to get through it is to find that balance, to bring that balance within us and sit with that balance as we have it. So it's coming. Just know, everybody, we're going to be just fine. We're just going to be just fine. Find the balance and help yourself. Thanks, brother. That was beautiful. Good old Erik and his message of balance. I'm just going to write that down because I love Erik. I'm so very thankful that Erik came into my energy space. All right. Yay, good day from her. That's right. Thanks, Karen. Yeah, if you guys didn't see it, I threw up a new post about finding love, finding that balance. Will you do? Awesome. Happy Friday. That's right. Good, Franco. You kind of got back in here. Thank you. Hey, Julie Lee. Yeah, I got you, dear. Hey, Cheryl. That's right. So if you look in the description, so this is with the thanks of Elise. And if it wasn't for Elise Medhus and Erik Medhus, go through this and Elise to go through this work, go see her. There's a link in the description to go look at Elise's channels. Please support her. Everything goes back to Elise and for me, this is just practice. I have no affiliation with this outside that Erik is working with a lot of people. And Cheryl, as you say that, Elise is going to be going through a transformation as well. Erik is going through a transformation. He's moved. She's ascended him and helped him ascend. The energy, the collective energy of everybody helped Erik ascend into archangel status because Erik is helping a lot of people. He's helping a lot of people waking up, just like he came into my life and pretended to be my guardian angel. But he ended up being my guide and pretending to be my guardian angel in order for me to channel more. And it was 36 days after, so I did a channeling Erik for 36 days. It was on the 37th day that he revealed that he wasn't my guardian angel Erik, that he was actually Erik Medhus. So Erik's working with a lot of people. Please go back and support Elise, because if it wasn't for Elise and Erik and the combination of that, I wouldn't be here. And you say I would be here, but through a different avenue, with a different spirit. But yeah, he's here. So I'm so very thankful for this. And please go check out and support Elise. She's the reason we're here. So thanks, everybody. Hey, Karen, got you. You're welcome. Says you're welcome, honey. All right. Yeah, okay, Golden Age, I've added you as well. And hi, Chetu. Sorry I missed you last week, hon. Okay, I'm going to start with Anne. All of your messages are going to be timestamped, can be added in the description. So those that can't really stick around for the full, I roughly go for about an hour and 45 minutes, 2 hours with this practice. So if you can't stick around, check the description tomorrow once the video is processed, and I'm going to be able to actually put this information in, or actually probably tonight it'll be in there. So 9:22. Okay. So Anne says, went through an upsetting situation. On Tuesday morning, I found clarity in the situation. Now I want to do is tackle things that scare me. I feel like I shifted many blocks all at once. Is this normal? This is freaking awesome. Oh my gosh. And I'm so proud of you and so happy for you. Yes, this is normal for those who are awakened, who are connecting and shifting out into this energy. This whole process is looking into our emotions and releasing and coming to terms. So yes, you are very much on this path, and wow, that is so good news. So you're entering into the emotional releasing stuff. If you need a little bit of guidance with that, this is what I do. This is what I love doing is emotionally releasing and guiding it, and going to multi-generational releases. So go check out the emotional release. There's a guided emotional release on the channel as well in the playlist, under the emotional section of the playlist. So you're going to find some stuff there. But oh my God, I'm so happy for you. It's more than normal. This is beautiful and perfect in every way. And there's massive celebrations coming all around us right now, because you are just shifting and growing. And this is the hard work. This is the hard work. It's easy to stuff our emotions and avoid them, but it's really hard and brave to look at our emotions. So be proud of yourself, because you're brave and you're doing things that the majority of the world has stuffed away and is using chocolate and sex and anything else to avoid it, just so they can not look at their emotions. But now you're doing it. So freaking proud of you. Remember to give that scared part love. Let it know it's safe. You're perfectly safe. We're just observing, and no harm's going to come to you. So talk to your body and let your emotions know that, and just sit with it and keep doing the work. So proud of you, Anne. So, oh my God, so proud of you. That is a fantastic. God, it's fantastic. Wow. So good. So good. So good. All right. I'm just add a few more people. Beautiful message. Yeah, it was beautiful message. Hey, Sil. Lauren. Yes. Thank you for contributing your energy, Lauren. Here's another very high vibe person. And Lauren, do me a favor and post up your Facebook page, because Lauren has a very high vibe Facebook group that I would love to promote. So Lauren, if you're here, list out your Facebook group so I can post it up, because I don't have it here with me. Thank you. Awesome. Love it. Hey, Kerilyn. Hey, Mahi. Samruddhi, I got you. Golden Age, got you. Kerilyn. Okay, I've just added a few more. And let me see. Yeah, very cool. It was a little shocking. Very cool. But look at that. Here's people that are doing the work. They know that you are doing good things right now. So good for you. Gosh, awesome. So brave. So brave. Okay, so let me come to Kay here. And 1256. Hey, Kay. Okay. Hey, Erik. I can hear your voice. I love you, Kay. You're awesome. Message from Erik. Hey, Erik, what does Kay need to hear right now for her greatest good? Kay, I actually feel your ancestors coming through. They're coming through a lot stronger right now, and they're talking about support. So they are supporting you through your journey. And not just your journey, because you've always had your ancestors with you, but specifically at this time while you're in this transition period, this is where the army has been called in. You're entering in that very brave stage of, we're crossing the island and we are taking back what's ours. And it's I can feel like the ancient energy that's here, that just that deep culture that's within you. And I can feel it's almost like you're on an island. Everyone is very tribal. You're at the start of the pact, and you've got your war paint on, and all of your ancestors are behind you, and they've got their war paint. They've got the spears. They have the chants. They have the magical, mysticism with them, like the it's like the shaking things and whatnot, like the bones and whatnot, like all the very tribal, ancient magic, and they're ready, like they're with you. And as you're crossing through the plane of the island, all the forces that are coming against you, everything is being tackled. Like you are taking care of them one by one. It's like those typical epic army scene, not the army scenes, but the warrior scenes. And they're entering into battle, and both sides ends up clashing. But there's that one main warrior that's just charging through each opposition, and they're just slashing them down, one by one, spinning, turning, flipping, like just using anything that it has at its will, like everything that's around them. And it's just an extremely efficiency to it. And this is the stage that you're entering into, that you've entered into, but it's like you're getting into the thick of it now, but you're going to be taking care of all the things you need to take care of. And that's what's going to be happening over the course of this year. This is the year to do all that. And that's just naturally what's going to be happening for you, because you feel the power that's within you. You have this empowerment with you, even with all the opposition that you've had, all the setbacks, all the beatings, you've had that fire within you. And even though you might have been crumpled on the ground, half dead, there is that fire within you that was just building up that cannot be extinguished. No one can actually reach that fire that's deep within you. And there's such a power that's there, that this is the year. So it's all going to be happening for you. And I'm extremely happy for you. Such a good year for you. Really super, super happy. Wow. Love it. Love it. Yeah, good. That's what I feel. That's why I know has awakened. Yes, I love it. I love it because I can feel that power with you. Ever since you came into the comments here, I could feel the power that was within you. Even though messages that you might have shown were quite defeated, there's such a power within you that you can clearly see it. You see it. There it is. Okay, this is what I wanted. Soulfire Creations. So go to Facebook. Please go check out my friend at Lauren Brabazon, and go check out her Facebook group called Soulfire Creations. Very inspirational, very empowering, very much in love, in a stage that we need to be in right now. And you want to be around this type of energy. And Lauren is the epitome of what love is, and mysticism and everything else that goes along with it. It's beautiful. So please see her. Awesome. Okay. All right, guys, I got a huge amount of energy within me. Huge amount of energy. So I'm, bear with me. A lot of, yeah. I'm brave and also smooth chocolate. See, who can actually pin this down? Who can stop this type of energy, right? This is just in the face of the end, the tragedy. You have this type of power. There's nothing stopping that. Nothing stopping you. All right, I'm coming to another amazing light worker. Go check out Saul on YouTube. Saul Transmissions. Very powerful light language and activations from Saul here on YouTube. So let me come here to 1844. Okay, Saul says, hello, Khan. May I cross your message, please? Thank you for all that you do, your dedication to your practice. Oh, thanks, Saul. Oh, okay, who wants to come in first, Saul? Okay, Erik is coming in for Saul. What does Saul need to hear for her greatest good, Saul? He's talking about you're entering into another wave of transition as well. We're going back to the start here. Whereas a lot of people are entering into their basic preliminary work, you're entering into much greater advanced stages in your transition. So the transitions that you're going to be going through are going to be much more profound. And as you've noticed already, in which you've already honored, there are times that you need rest. And the idea is that, when you go to the gym and you work out, there's a period of rest that's necessary for the cells of the body to rejuvenate, to recuperate, and it's at that time that it gets stronger. Because ultimately, when we're using weights, the muscle is being torn down, and as it's rebuilding, scar tissue is forming, and that's why it's getting bigger. But there's a strength happening to it. So there's that rest period that's happening for you right now, and it's imperative that you continue to honor it like you have, and not feel guilty about it, because this isn't a matter about I feel guilty that I'm not going live, that I'm not doing the transmission. This is, I am gathering up my strength and resources to perform the next transition and get ready for this, for this presentation, for this exam, for this next big step. So there's a need for you to never feel guilty about you needing to take rest. This is the time that's necessary for you to recuperate from the workout that you've gone through and to get ready for the next big event. It's necessary in you. So wash out all the guilt, let that go aside, and change the thinking from this is me feeling guilty to, all right, now this is me to recuperate, rest, and we're building up the strength for the next one. So it's get ready for the next wave. It's coming, and I'm getting ready for it. So do not feel guilty about it. Feel empowered that you have this type of flow behind you. That's cool. Very cool. Very thankful for you, soul. Very thankful for you. Hey, Marjorie. Yeah, I've added you. And White Rabbit, I added you as well. All right, I'm coming to PT here. And 2158. Okay, so PT says, what's the message for my higher self? How to stop overthinking. Okay, higher self. Come in for this. Okay. Okay, feel the higher self. Thank you. What does PT need to hear to stop overthinking? Okay, so PT, you're entering into your process now as well. So with this ascension energy, the physical energy, or the physical energy that's coming from the sun, this is activating you. And for you, it is to question the overthinking. And now you're entering into the process. To begin, you need to shift your energy in the system. And typically what we want to do is start to kickstart that with having higher nutrition, whether that is having high vibrational fruits and vegetables with you, and juicing that freshly squeezed juice and fruit every day. Raise the vibrations in your system. Now, I know this sounds a little bit odd, but there's a purpose behind it, that this is a kickoff, that when you raise the vibrations in your body, then you start raising the vibrations all over the place within your mental state as well. And as you raise the vibrations in your mental state, you're now ready for meditation. And through meditation, this is where you start getting quiet with yourself. Now, even though the mind is very active, this is where the training comes into the meditation stage. During your meditation, go through the different stages and really start out with guided meditation. This is a starting point to help people get into or get out of overthinking. Now, there's quite a few guided meditations online on YouTube that you can find. So look for something that resonates with you. You're going to find some in my playlist as well. There's some guided meditations that I do for various aspects, whether it's just centering. Actually, a good one is just a 5-minute. There's a protection with Archangel Michael meditation. It's like 5 minutes. Start with that and just build yourself up. And in that 5 minutes, you're entering into love. You're feeling protection around you. You're calling Archangel Michael in. And this is a guided meditation. Then start using other meditations like from William Michael Forbes. My mentor and friend that has helped me quite a bit and helped a lot of others on that show here. And there's actually a lot of guided meditations that you can find. and find one that resonates with you. When you exit out of guided meditation, that'll be something else. But for now, this is where you're into. Use guided meditation. Specifically, you can quiet the mind. What you can also do is take your left hand, your index finger, put it on your mouth between your lips, and let it touch the upper and lower lip, and say shh. And as you do that shushing sound, it'll actually make your brain quiet. So try that yourself. Try it right now. Left index finger, put it to your mouth, and say shush. And just do a shh and see what happens. So while you're in the meditation, quiet the body. Start with your head, work yourself down, do the entire body, quiet the entire body down. Then go into your brain and quiet the activity. Then use that shush. Feel the stillness. So I don't know what your dominant clair is, whether it's clairvoyance, clairsentience, it's your sight, sound. So listen to the silence, see the silence, feel the silence. So go through those different stages and feel what resonates with you. And that will be the stages that you want to go through. That's the stages. So I hope that resonates. Please do. I'm excited for you. Here's a good one. Okay, so Lauren says, YouTube insight timer. Collins meditations. There's so many reserves that there. Williams meditations are, William Michael Forbes for sure. Go check out William Michael Forbes for sure. His meditations are amazing as well. But as Lauren says here, YouTube insight timer. That's a good one. My meditation. Yeah, so you find a bunch on there as well. So there is a lot. Saul, awesome. You're very welcome. I hope that sits with you. Hey, Christina, thanks for popping in. So glad you're here. Okay, I'm coming to Gina now. And Gina, 19. All right, so Gina says, hello, when I meditate, sometimes I get a lot of strange activity around my throat. Can I ask why this particular part of the body stands out so much? Okay, who's coming in for this one? I don't know who this being is, but there's a particular guide that's working with you. And you hold on to, there's a lot of emotions within your voice. And it feels like there's a necessity for you to speak your truth. And they're drawing your attention to the throat specifically, because that's where the truth needs to be spoken. Now, your steps are to go into your throat area and just sit with it. As you go into meditation, just go into the area of your throat and just sit with it. Notice it as another being. And as you sit, and just as you would sit with a baby, a child, sometimes they become upset. And you don't know why a child or animal is upset. So after you fed it, you've given it food, you changed its diaper, it's still in distress. You're just going to sit with it and you're just going to stroke it and be there and be present. The same things need to happen with our emotions. And in this case, your emotions are showing up in your throat. So sit with your throat and just sit there for a minute and just be there without saying anything. You can say like, you're perfectly safe. I'm sitting here with you. And then notice the emotion that's sitting there. Anger, guilt, shame, whatever it might be. And just say, I see you. It's okay to feel that way. Regardless of how you feel, I love you. And start talking to your emotions that's in your throat. And notice that it needs love, and keep talking to it and keep reassuring it positively until it actually shifts and changes away from the negativity into feeling not so good, into feeling good about itself. So no matter who we talk to in life, we always want to leave it more empowered and feeling better. The same thing happens with the emotions that are trapped within our bodies. Because we as humans, we are our worst critics. We never talk to ourselves in the mirror. So start talking to yourself in the mirror specifically talking to your throat in your meditation, and notice the emotions and notice that the self-talk needs to happen there. Now you can use there on my playlist, look for the guided emotional release. There's a group guided emotional release on there. That is a guided meditation that you can sit with that's specifically to go into the emotions within the body and to release them. It's a little bit different when you do a group emotional release compared to a one-on-one, But from what I hear, it's been very effective for people, and I'm guided as I speak it in transmission. So give that a try. See if that works for you, Gina. It's a good thing, though, right? Notice the pattern that we're seeing here. So many people are turning into their emotions. They're going deeper into their meditations, and they're just getting more aware of what's happening within the bodies, and we need to release it. So super, super, super proud of you. Awesome. Thanks, Perry. Thank you for saying that. Isha, I've added you. You're welcome, PT. Started following the intuition development course and working on quieting my mind. Awesome. I'll say one thing about the intuition development course. I did that some time ago, and I'm definitely guided to redo that and to bring it current, because from who I was and to where I was in my meditations and in my group and my spiritual practice, so much different from where I was back then. Even back then, it felt rushed. We're going to see that because I was still working through a lot of emotions with myself, and I was thick in the emotional release at that point, and I was sharing my process of releasing. Now that I've gone through much of that, I'm gone through a much deeper phase of that. So I have a need to do a next level of that course and maybe a little bit more refined. But if it works for you, please do let me know in the comments how it is working for you there. And if you have any questions, always reach out. I'm always available. Always. Awesome. Robinette, I've been guided to kind of come to you right now because you got to get out and go check out those rentals. So let me come to Robinette. And Robinette says, I'm looking at some rentals today. Can you tell me if any will be a match for me, please? It's coming through. Okay. So as you're going into the rentals and you're looking at the different properties, you're going to find a little part of you that has judgment. That's just going to say, I don't like this, I don't like that. And this is the body that is fighting against the potential change. Because the body is always there to protect you. Your ego, mind, and body is that fight or flight. And anytime you come into change, something different, it starts putting up their resistance, and it feels like a fight or flight. And they're either going to come back with a feeling that says, oh, this is horrible, I don't like it, or there's going to be something in your mind that just complains and talks about something. So because you are looking at a change, the ego, body, mind is going to be saying, which is going to be fighting against you. So this is where a pivotal part is that typically, you have a really good instinct. Most people, especially women, have this instinct about them that knows, okay, there's something about this that my spidey senses are tingling. There's something not right about here. And yeah, there's something very true about that. But in this case, you also need to differentiate from the ego, body, mind that is scared of change and that just wants you to sit in a comfortable field, that just wants you to stay exactly where you are, never moving, never changing. Sometimes when a child is resisting, you make that child do something else and sees that, wow, this is really good. I really like this. I'm so glad you made me do this. So sometimes as the parent, we need to coach that. And this is your higher self, your higher aspect of yourself. So notice as you're going through the properties that when that feeling of there's something wrong about this, or there's something good about this, or you start judging it, look beyond that to see whether this property really is good for you or whether that is just your ego mind. And then talk to your ego. Thank you, ego, for warning me on this. Let's see if we can see something else, because this might be really good for us. So thank you. Let's see what else I can see. So sit in that energy and see what happens for you. Will she find a property today? It feels that that's up to you. It's whether you're going to allow the property. It's whether you're going to allow that to come through or not. That's what's coming through. You got to let it come through. So it's a good test for you. I'm excited for you. Really cool. Hi, Becky. Good to see you. I've missed you. I was thinking about you yesterday. I was sending out some messages to people, and I was thinking about you. Hi, Mishi. Okay. Michelle at 3450. Oh, thanks for doing that phonetic. Okay, so love and message for my highest good, Zanup Juwafer. Zenip Juwafer. Okay. Zenip Juwafer. You. All right. Thank you for coming in. Okay, so what does Michelle need to hear for her highest and greatest good? Michelle, I'm feeling that resistance of change within you. You're doing the work, but you're also very resistant and fearful as you're going through with it. What Zenip Juwafer is saying here is settle back in the comfort that you have your team with you, that you have a lot of energies around you that are supporting you through these evolutionary stages that you're going through. As fearful as it is, as questionable as it is, as wondering, use the right words, the fear that you're cultivating, that resistance from stepping forward too quickly, know that you have your team behind you and with you, and it's like they're bulldozing a path. There's like a big pointed arrow bulldoze that they're just clearing the path, allowing you to take the steps. It's almost like walking through after a snowstorm, and you can see the plow is right in front of you, and as you're walking, the plow is clearing the path of the snow. So instead of this big heavy snow that you're lifting up your foot and you're slipping on, you're trudging through, it's just a very thin field of snow, so it's much easier to walk on. So they want to bring forward the comfort that's here for you, that they're guided you, they're clearing the path for you so that you can walk forward safely. So let go of the fear that's resisting and holding you back, and know that you have this plow in front of you. Now and always, you have this clearing, so that you can step safely with assured foot. Never used that word before, but thank you, Mia. Awesome. I hope that resonates, Machine. I hope it does. Hi, E. Cool. Becky says, it's funny. I had an alien visitor and was thinking about sending you the video yesterday. I'm not sure if he's malevolent or benevolent. Oh, awesome. Shoot that down for me. Yeah, please do. Hey, Christina. Great. I've added you to the list. Okay, BG. Got you. You're next. BG at 3810. So BG says, are there any messages for me today? I feel Erik is stepping forward for you today, BG. Okay, Erik. What does BG need to hear for her highest and greatest good? BG, you are loved. It feels like you've been feeling that you just haven't been supported enough. It's as if you're doing it all alone, that you're going through everything by yourself. And you're looking for this love. And they're coming in to tell you, as Erik is speaking, I can feel your family, ancestors and angels and guides and groups that are present and past. They're all filing in one by one. And this collection of people that's coming in around you and enveloping you and putting their hand on you and just coming all around you is like a football stadium full of people. That is just a massive culmination of love. And they're just wrapping you with this. So ultimately, they want you to know that you are not alone. You're not going through any of this alone. Your team is with you. They support you. They love you. They protect you. And regardless of whatever you do in this lifetime, you are loved. You can do no wrong in anyone's eyes. Even when you do something, what you may consider wrong, a lot of the times when we do something wrong, it's meant to trigger somebody for their greatest good, and it's part of your soul contract to do this. So there's no bad. We can do no wrong. Sometimes we're meant to do these things. So just know that you're loved. You can do no wrong. And if you do something that you don't feel comfortable with, just know that it was probably in your soul contract that you were supposed to do that. I hope that's what you needed to hear today, BG. The love that was behind it was very strong. Hi, Sister Grace. There's my sister. Yes, you got it, Mishi. Okay. Christina, I got you. And Grace, I got you. I'm coming to Kathy. Kathy S. Okay. I will. Okay, Christina, they want me to come back to you after Kathy. Kathy says, any messages for my guides? Strange dreams. Awesome. Okay. Who's going to come in for Kathy? I don't know who this energy is, but it's very strong and grounded and large on life. It feels like a mix of it's like the giant robot type of thing. It's like Metatron with Archangel Michael combined. Feels somewhat galactic. Okay, what's the message for Kathy, and what's up with these dreams? Can you get a translator on this, please? Can you make it clear, please? I'm hearing transition. There's a physical transition that's happening within your body and your molecular structures right now. So ultimately, the strange dreams that you're having is that as the activations and the shifts that are happening within your body, the body is interpreting these things in these messages. So really with what you've been seeing in your dreams, let it go. There's no real message behind it. It really is just, it's like when you cook with certain ingredients, certain things come to the top of the surface, and you don't worry about things that come to the surface of the cook. Sometimes you scoop it up and let it go. Other times you just leave it and let it simmer back into the pot. And this is one of those times they're saying, just let that simmer back into the pot. There's nothing to be worried about. It's just part of the body, and it's an interpretation, and there's nothing to worry about here. And who are you? This just feels it's the guide that's with you right now that's helping with your transition. It's a really good thing. This guides us with you. It's a good thing. Anything else? That's it. I hope that makes sense, Kathy. Let me know. Of course, you guys, as I know, as I go through this, I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm just, I don't know. I'm just passing through. It's coming through to me, and that's my practice. So, yeah, that's what it is. Okay, so they want me to come to Christina. So, Christina C. 4417. Okay, so Christina says, what do I need to do so I can hear my guides and angels more? Christina, first notice what your dominant clair is. So some people are feeling and knowing, much like myself. So I am claircognizant and clairsentience. So my dominant clair is just a knowing, and I can feel, very empathic. So those are my two dominant clairs. Others are clairvoyant, so that they can actually see. Others are clairaudient, so they can hear. There's clairalience, which is smelling, clairgustance, which is tasting. There's going to be a dominant clair that's going to come to you. And which would be Christina's. I feel yours is clairsentience, which is sensing and knowing. Okay, so here's a couple of things that they're saying for you to do, and that I know. Part of it is, I think you said you're doing the intuition development course, so there's the tools and whatnot. You can also look at the Channeling Erik series that's on the channel, and that's just me practicing at midnight for 36 days, and then there's Channeling Sebastian and some other ones. But ultimately, you can use those and tap into your different clairs and just strengthen and notice which one comes. It's the practice you need to do. It's also raising the vibration. So the whole idea about eating fruits and getting better nutrition and avoiding things like deep fried foods, coffees, things that are stimulants, avoiding the drugs and alcohol. These things disconnect us from our higher self. And as you raise the vibrations within your body, you end up opening yourself more. Now, spirit is high vibration. There's low vibration spirits and there's high vibration spirits. The practice that I follow is only high vibration, only in love. And this is where we sit within love. And by putting ourselves into love and not avoiding, but looking at the guilt, the shame, the anger that we have that come through to us, by looking at it and giving it love and transmuting it into something higher vibration, you end up feeling better, so that throughout our day, the overthinking goes away, the aspect of being happier all the time, and you just feel really good about yourself. You tune into yourself and realize that all the love that you need is actually within yourself, right inside that body that you are a guardian of, because you are pure love. Your essence, every single person on this planet is an essence of love. And as you tune into that, your vibrations will rise up. That's going to help you reach to the spirits that you want to connect to. Now, the spirits themselves, they're lowering their vibrations in order to communicate with you. The problem is a lot of people just go into this without actually shifting themselves into love and protecting themselves. So in the early stages, get into a stage you're protecting yourself and get into the practice of it. And ultimately, all this works is practice. That's what intuition is. Whether you want to call it intuition, gut feeling, you just had a knowing. No matter who you are on this planet, everyone has said at one point, I don't know about that. I have a feeling. I have a gut. The burliest of men and the strongest of women that have never looked at this, there's always been a gut feeling or a sense, and we all have it. And it's a matter of practicing and tuning into it. So this is where you are in your stage, is practice. This is you. You got this. You are a spiritual being. You are love. So get into the practice of love, raising your vibrations, meditation. Follow that intuition development course. There's a whole playlist, and I think there's 10 things on there, and I'll add a link to it at the end, as well as the grounded emotional release, the group emotional release, and start getting into the practice. And specifically look at the protection, the 5-minute guardian angel, Archangel Michael meditation. It's like 5 minutes, and notice how we get into love. You spread love around you. You have that field around you. And we say, I only allow love inside this space. I only allow love to leave this space. Only those that have the highest and greatest intentions may enter into my space. And by using those two mantras at all times, even when you start feeling you feel something really weird going on, you go into that protection stage. I only allow love inside this space. I only allow love to leave this space. Only those that have the highest best intentions are allowed in my space. And that is how you get into the shift and get into that practice. And practice angel cards, doing readings. There's a ton of mediumship groups on the web. You can take a look at Intuitive Soul Rising as well, which I do practice sessions with Rachel Sawani. It's her group. Let me just get her channel up here. Divine Soul Awakening. Let's see. You can also look at on my channel is Divine Soul Awakening, and I have there's a practice playlist as well you can do there. But let me get where is Rachel? Here it is. Okay, so go to Intuitive Soul Rising. You can go check out Rachel Sawani, and then you'll find her private Facebook group, and we do a practice on that channel. So get into that habit, Christina, and you're gonna be fine. You got it. It's coming to you. Coming to you. You're doing. I'm really excited for you. Yeah, keep doing it. Jurgita, the lovely Jurgita. Okay, 50-25. All right. Jurgita says, "Good morning, Con Erik. Wanting to love, so much love. Thank you, Jurgita. You're such a beautiful heart. Is there anyone who wants to step up for me with the message? Okay. Who wants to come in for Jurgita? Thank you. All right. You want to make yourself known? I feel it's a male energy. It's quite dense. It feels like somebody short person, a short person, or condensed energy. It feels male. It feels almost ancestor as well. Oh, okay. So it feels like an auntie, but a very strong auntie that, we're talking about strong feminine energy. She just knows her. She has a good balance between masculine and feminine energy within her. And she's strong. And this auntie is with you. Auntie, can you give me a name? Auntie. She's just auntie's enough. Okay. She's very stern with her words. And she's bringing this energy for you to be this stern, stepping into the truth, into this balance. She wants you to enter more into the balance of this masculine and feminine energy. Come on, let's face it. Like we've talked about this before. That you just take care of everybody. The dutiful wife. Auntie's just kind of shaking their head, and it's like the dutiful wife doesn't have to be a pushover. Even though you like doing many things you do, it's like, that's good. Do the things that you like to do. But in those situations where you're put into that you do not like to do this, and you do it out of obligation, doesn't mean that you have to do that. If you really want to follow your guidance in your heart and who you really are, the truth of who you are, you want to find who you are, stop doing the things that you're doing out of obligation that you do not doing, that reduces and diminishes who you really are. Continue to do the things that brings you empowerment, that that this makes me feel good. I'm doing good things. And this is where you're going to be entering into the enlightened path of knowing who you are. And that's what the enlightened path is, knowing and honoring who you are. Because you are a very wonderful person, but you're also no pushover. And you have a choice of whether to be the pushover, whether to do the things out of obligations that make you feel like garbage, or you can go into your empowerment and saying, this is the last time I'm going to do this, because I just don't enjoy doing it. This is not me, and I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm going to do this one last time, and that's it. Again, do not ask me again to do this. And hold into your resolve as doing this. And that is part of your empowerment. And this is what Auntie is doing. And Auntie is sitting right beside you. And just a step back to your right side, and just on the side, and Auntie is here. She's got the hand on your back and the waist, and she's holding you up so that you can stand in your truth. Thank you, Auntie. I like her energy. I like women who stand in their truth. Yeah. You're welcome, Christina. Hey, Dovah. I've added you to the list, and I'm going to read you as I get through and as I have time. Eric Keith. Yeah, I only got an hour. I got an appointment at 2. I got to get ready for it. Sorry. Yeah, I should really move that out an hour, but let me see. 55:02. Okay. Hey, Con. Oh, my name is Katrina. Hi, Katrina. Can I get a message from my dad, Peter Craig? Okay. I'll say this for everybody. I don't need names. If you don't want to give yourself up and say a name, I don't need them. All I need is that you want a message from your dad. That's it. So just know that. Okay. So, Dad, would you come through, please, for Katrina? Feels energy coming forward. And there's a grounded feeling to him. I don't want to say a man's man, but he knows who he is. He's comforted. Now, he's saying he may not have presented himself that way in life, but this is how he is now. And he says he sees his mistakes of who he was and how he acted in the earth plane. And ultimately, it feels like he's apologizing to you. That he may not have been the best father, but he was acting in his best interest. And part of it was part of the soul contract. He needed to be in that space, and you guys decided before you entered this earth plane to be that way, because ultimately you needed to be triggered and go into these certain lessons to become the person that you are now, mainly because of this father energy as well. Even though there's a great love behind here as well, there's always a grounding in love. There are certain things that he did that was meant to trigger you. There's a great amount of love that's kind of coming in through my heart and just welling up. And he's saying how proud he is of you. Through adversity, it feels like you've gone through some stuff, and because of who you are, you actually got through it quite well. So he's very proud of you, very, very proud of you. But he's with you. And anything else you want to say? Anything evidentially that you can give? He's saying, you know he is. Let me know, because I mean, when I work with new spirits or beings, I'd love to get some confirmation of how accurate it is, because I don't know. So give me some feedback, whether it's good or not. I don't know. This is just what I'm coming through, and it's just what I'm coming through. So going back to Christina, it doesn't matter what the message you get. This is just what's coming through, and whether I believe it or not, or I resist it, I'm just passing through what's coming to me. And if it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But this is what's coming through. And Katrina, thank you for bringing this question forward. I hope it does resonate. Awesome. Thanks, guys. All right. I'm coming to Franco now. Yeah, guys, I have an appointment in an hour. So if I can't stick around, I apologize. 58. Okay, good morning. Any messages on my real estate agent career or on moving by the end of the year? Thank you. Who's coming through? Okay, we've got Erik. Okay. What's the word on the agent career? Real estate agent. He's showing me that you can have fun with this. But there's also, it feels like there's a need to step up. Like you got to step up and go into it and just have fun with it. Just immerse yourself into it and just go have fun with it. It might be a little bit much for you at times, or it might not be as enjoyable. So like certain aspects aren't as enjoyable for you, but it also feels like if you really want to have fun with it, you got to step into it. So step into it. Like don't do it half-assed. Like you're kind of like you're dabbling a little bit close, but step into it and give yourself a good push. How about moving at the end of the year? The moving aspect is good to use all those skills that you learn to find the property that you want. By the end of the year, things will be much more settled for you. But just know that the world and the economy is changing so much that a lot of people are not meant to move right now. By the end of the year, it might not be the right time. Allow the global shifts to happen. And you might be saying a different story by then. Don't necessarily look too hard. Just focus on the real estate stuff that you're doing for others, maybe for yourself. I mean, if you have to move out of necessity, you have to move. But it feels more like wait, because the economy is changing. Yeah, I hope that resonates. Hey, Julie Lee. Okay, where are you? I know you asked for a message. Okay. Coming to Karen now. And we're at the 1 hour mark. Like I said, guys, got to take off in an hour. And Karen says, messages from my ancestors. Ancestors. Thank you. Okay. What does Karen need to hear for her greatest good now? So they're saying that you've kind of gotten a little bit too comfortable. Gotten a little bit too comfortable with yourself. You want me to say that? Does it really matter? Okay. We're talking about your appearance. You're very comfortable right now, which is great. I mean, we honor the body and all that, but it's not about the body. It's about making yourself feel good about yourself, because you've been feeling not wanting to like go out and do things, and it almost feels like you're maybe a little bit disheveled, and like you just don't care. Throw the baseball cap up and going out, whatever. But it's like there's an aspect that we feel really good about ourselves when we doll ourselves up, when we want to have a nice clean shave, you just get out of the shower, you feel good about yourself. And it feels like you need to do this for yourself to get yourself, just kind of do the things that you might be neglecting in yourself, the pampering. And it's not about falling into how you feel, but more like pampering, whether that is getting a mani-pedi, whether that is just doing your hair a different way, putting on nice clothing, going out and going to like a boardside cafe and showing yourself off, and let them see how beautiful you really are. But they need to see the beauty on the outside in order for them to see the beauty on the inside. And there's a beauty, there's a statuette that when you're just, I see you, this may or may not be you, but the analogy is that, you see that person in the yellow dress, and the yellow dress just kind of stands out. and your hair is out, and you're wearing the yellow dress, and there's that pop of color, and your legs are showing, and you're just at the cafe, the boardwalk cafe, and people are walking by, and they're able to see you, and you're going to be getting all these looks. I mean, the yellow dress, it's that, oh, there's that pop of color. It's like, oh wow, look at that. And then they look at that pop of color, they see the dress, but then they look past that and they see you. And it's like, oh wow, she's really beautiful. I mean, like your heart, like really beautiful. They're going to see who you really are. So it feels like there's a need for you to boost up your ego a little bit and to feel a little bit of that external love to give you that little bit of a pop. So that's what I'm feeling, Karen. I hope that resonates. I have no judgment, but that's for that. Yep. All right. So I'm coming to Golden Age. Golden Age, I know you had a... Okay, good. Good word, beautiful day. Write this down. Okay, let me timestamp Golden Age first. Golden Age, what a great name. I love that handle. Okay, 10606. So Golden Age says, good, glorious day, beautiful souls. Possibly today, could we get my son, Andrew, to join us and have him share with us about the so-called New Earth as he allegedly refers to it? Okay. There we go. He's been contacting a few mediums lately. Andrew, please join us. And you got it. Yeah, can we collect for the New Earth as it refers to it? Okay. Andrew, would you come in, please? Wow. It's great energy. Hey, Andrew. There's like a youth energy to this that's full of life. It really is quite beautiful. Thank you, Andrew. Okay, Andrew, tell us about the New Earth. The New Earth is about balance. Balance in all aspects. Balance from ourselves, the masculine and feminine, the monetary system, the cultures, the religious system is about balance. The previous time has all been about perception. This war of perception. I'm right. No, I'm right. I'm right. And these are just perception. No one really knows. They're just held on to a perception. And they're holding on to that with such resolve that they're create these wars. The New Earth is about finding the balance between this. Yes, you have your perspective. I can see that. That's a possibility. And this is my perspective, which is also a possibility. So that balance between the two is that we understand that there are all possibilities to perspective. And there's no right, there's no wrong. When we have judgment and we hold on to our perception so greatly, that's when upset, wars, fear, anger, hatred perpetuate. It builds up from these areas. But in the New Earth, there'll be a shift in balance and understanding that more and more people are falling into this realm. As more and more people are letting go of the fight and saying, I don't want to fight anymore. I don't want to be like this anymore. I don't want to be holed up in my apartment. I don't want to be holed up in my home. I don't want to be in fear anymore. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if you're sick. I don't care if this is happening. I don't care if you're wearing a mask. Whatever. If you want to feel that way, great. I just want to be around people. I just want to be around you and know that I have no judgment against you. So this is where we're moving into. It's point to the age, moving into the Golden Age. This New Earth. When you really think about the Golden Age, that's when you start becoming very comfortable with yourself, with your space, everything around you. It's the Golden Age. That's why it's golden, because you just don't give a crap about anything anymore. And if anyone wants to be that way, okay, you can be that way. That's the Golden Age. So we're moving into the Golden Age Beautiful. That's what I'm hearing from Andrew. Thank you so much for bringing him forward. Thank you, Andrew. That was really cool. Really freaking cool. I love that. And I'm looking forward to it. Okay, let me see if I can get through these last 13 here. And I'm coming to Mahi. Mahi says, today I'd like to hear how I can keep myself motivated. I lose interest in things very easily, but I want to change this. How can I do this? Okay. Mahi's losing interest. Feel the energy of Kali Ma coming through. Okay, Kali. Mahi's losing interest. Wants to change this. What can you do? You know, there's the message that says to follow your guidance and to do the things. If you're losing interest, you're losing interest. But they're saying you know that already. But there's certain things that you need to keep interest on, and they're correcting the question for, even though I have to do this, just to complete it and get it done and get off my plate. And it feels that is the question that needs to be answered. To do the things that you've lost interest in, but that you have to do. How do I keep the interest in doing those? Let's see, Kali. She's saying for those aspects, it's more about balancing the time. So when you have the things that you have to do that you're losing interest in, it's more the analogy of how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time. But what they don't say is one bite at a time. You need to take the time in between to chew it, swallow it, digest it, and you're not going to eat an elephant in one sitting. So with these larger projects that you have to do that you're losing interest in, this is where you get more into the schedule and say, okay, I'm going to do this amount of time. Even if you have to do it all in one day, you're going to separate it out into smaller chunks and say, okay, at the top of the hour, I'm going to spend 20 minutes working on this. And in that 20 minutes, I'm going to put all my effort into it. And then by the end of the 20 minutes, there's going to be times like, okay, I'm kind of done. I need a break. Go take that break. Step away from it. Don't force yourself to continue spending time in that energy of doing the tasks that you have to do. The body and the mind is saying, okay, I'm done. I'm going to walk away. So go walk away. Do something fun. Go wash your face. Go lay down. Jump on Twitter, or whatever it is. Like go on TikTok, watch some funny videos. Like do whatever. Like just go do a little bit of enjoyment at that time. And it's like go out for a walk. Go enjoy your friends. And then at the top of the hour, or when you're feeling the energy, but if you have to do it, stick on a schedule. So at the top of the hour, go back, spend another 20 minutes or until your energy says, okay, I'm done. And then again, go play, go do nothing, go do something else. So take it in smaller chunks to get the things off your list that you have to do without beating yourself or punishing yourself. Don't force yourself through something just because you want to get it done. Take the break and honor that, because this is where sickness starts developing in anger and resentment and guilt, and that just reduces the quality of what you're doing. But if you honor it in small chunks and give it the energy that it needs and the time that it needs, you're going to be much more successful. And the more important thing is that you just start doing it this way, because ultimately, as long as you start, you're going to finish. It's about, when you get in the car and you head to the destination, it's not about how fast you get in there. It's just the idea that you got in the car and that you started the journey. So that's what they're saying, is just get in the car, start the journey, and just do it. And once every hour, just start into it, or whatever it is, time-wise. Do it that way. That's what they're saying. I hope that resonates. Okay, Julia. Got you. You are in the list, Julia. And I'm coming to Samruddhi at 1:14:57. Samruddhi says, "Can I give a message for my deceased father?" All right, Father, would you come in, please? I feel very fast talking. There's like a slightness to him, like a small man, very fast talker, a lot of hands moving. I can't tell, but it almost seems like there might even be like a little bit of seriousness to him. Okay, what does Samruddhi hear? He's saying thank you. I guess, was this a fairly recent passing? Because he's saying thank you because you were by his bedside. And as you were by his bedside, you felt like you couldn't leave his side, that you couldn't move on. And he appreciates that you stuck around. He also says that he might have been like stern. He might have been a stern expression on his face much of his life, and he says that you knew his true inside soul. He might have been stern on the outside, but you knew the love that was within him and the love that he had for you. And he's honoring that, and he's essentially giving it back to you as a gift. Just showing appreciation, love. Anything else? You're not alone. He's with you. He's with you, loves you, like all spirit. He really loves you. Yeah. I hope that resonates, Samruddhi. Thank you for asking the question. Okay, let's come to Kerilyn. Kerilyn. 1:17:37. Okay. Question: does my new grandson have any suggestions on what he wants to be named? And do you feel sun energy with him? Oh, cool. All right. Grandson. I just feel this exuberance of life. It's like just freshly charged, right? And just beaming. There's this brand new light out of the pack that's just beaming so brightly. What name? I heard Bryce come out. I'm going to get my pendulum out on this one and see if I can get a little bit of assistance. Okay, let me wrap this up. Show me yes. Show me no. Okay. Do you like the new name of Bryce? Likes Bryce? Is it Bryce? B R I Y. Y B R. Nope, not Y. Okay. B R I. Bryce. Something along the lines of Bryce is what I'm getting. Bryce. Okay. Sun energy. What I'm hearing they want to say is that, we have the sun energy, masculine, the earth energy, feminine. He's more of a balanced energy. So yes, the sun is there. The earth is there, and a balance between masculine and feminine energy is within him. There's something about the communication style that you're going to have with Bryce, but they want me to save that another time. Okay. They're preventing me from speaking, so. Okay. They don't want to talk about that. There's going to be something about the communication style that you're going to have with him. There's going to be something specific that you're going to do with him. Yeah, it feels like along the lines of moving the baby's legs, that physical body, like moving Reiki, doing some Reiki with him and moving the body and allowing the energy flow with the baby body. So you're going to let me leave it at that. And there's going to be some other aspects that go along with it, Kerilyn, but we can always talk about that. There's something about gazing in the eyes, but okay, I'll stop. That's it. Okay, I'm coming to Annika. Annika. 120 on the nose. Okay. 121. Annika says, hi, I have a question. Everything seems to fall apart. House we were living in 10 years is going to be sold. Today my car leaked out oil. Little son is on vacation. Fell ill. Relationship. What's going on? What is going on? Okay, what's going on with this for Annika? In order for new things to happen, destruction needs to happen. In your case, it feels like a total leveling. It's like the big apartment complex that entire lives are just taken right out. But it feels like that once this is cleared, that some really good things are going to be coming up from you. True purpose, everything's just going to fall into place, and really amazing things. So now you have a choice of, do you want to, now that everything's just kind of crumbling around you, you can stand in the middle of the rubble, preventing the bulldozers to come and clean the space, or you can step to the side and allow the bulldozers to clean all the debris and allow what's new to come through, step forward. So in your energetic state right now, you can sit there and focus on all the things falling apart that you call falling apart, that we call clearing. There's a necessity for these things to move out of the way and clear in order for the new to come in, but don't stand in the way of the clearing. Allow it to flow and move through. Okay, something sick. Okay, you're sick. That's okay. Let's just take care of the sun. You're good. Car's leaking oil. Okay, car's leaking oil. We'll take that care of. Don't get caught up in the minutia of the drama that's happening there. Allow it to pass through, just like meditation. You have thoughts coming through, allow them to pass. So allow these things to pass through in order for everything to be cleared and the new life to come through. Good things are coming for you, Annika. You got to clear the space in order for good things to happen. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but just know that you're supported and good things are coming for you. I hope that resonates. This is one of those soul challenges you're coming through. Good things are going to be coming for you. You're welcome. Welcome, Kerilyn. Silvana. Okay. Silvana at 124. Silvana says, my good friend lost her mom a couple of days ago. Does she have any messages for her? Mom. I can feel like the sadness and the emotions, like just makes me want to cry. I can feel her in that transition state where there's still a lot of earthly energy within her energetic state. And there's that sadness with it that she's part of it. I mean, she's transitioned, like she has her feet, she's landed, but it's like she's just after a very long journey, you just get out of the car, and you know you're a little bit tired, you're exhausted, and you still have to empty the car with all your bags and all the groceries and everything that you have, and you still got to get settled in. And it's the feeling that she's made it, but she needs to settle in. Any messages for your daughter? So that she needs to hear right now that's going to bring her comfort. Just that she's made it. I've made it. She's going to be settling in. She's settling in. It's like the concierge is all around. The team is all around. Everyone's she's being taken care of. And she's just entering into that transition to go back into her true, loving, energetic self. But she's got to shed the earthly emotions that are there. Because she's one of these people, like unlike us, many of us that we've been observing our emotions, that we're dealing with a lot of this now. A lot of the people that are transitioning and leaving the earth plane, they're not meant to be here for the next stage. So she wasn't meant to be here for this next stage. She's in this transition. She's gone back home. So just know death means going back home. People have gone home. When people pass, it's a good thing. They get very scared when we enter into this earthly plane because it's the unknown, and anything can happen. And it's a lot of drama and a lot of crap that we got to go through, and it's really hard on the soul. But in the end, it's really good. So it's like a parent seeing a child going off to ride their bike for the first time, going into their first apartment, their first job, whatever it might be. So that's that feeling. But when they go home, it's celebratory. Like you've come home. When your children come home from university or schooling or whatever else, you hear that door close. It's that sigh of relief. And this was happened. They've gone home. So this is a good thing. Feel good. Not bad. And she's okay. Okay, I'm coming to Julia. Hi, Julia. Julia, it was actually you. As I was first awaking up, Julia is a client with my wife, and my wife put on these courses, and I would be part of it, and it would be Julia and myself in these courses. And Julia had a really big belief. You have a big belief in angels. And at that point, I was just kind of waking up and transitioning, and all that was like, angels. I kind of knew about it, but didn't necessarily believe it. Archangel Michael, I don't know. So I was very much questioning all of this, and I was in that state. And it was because of you and the way that you saw things. I saw with you that even though I might have used the word source or energy, and I didn't really have angelic beings around, you used angel and God, and that's what resonated with you. And that taught me that we all have our wording, but it's all the same. And that actually brought me great comfort and helped with my spiritual awakening. So I thank you, Julia, from the bottom of my heart for sharing that and giving me that lesson. So with that, Julia would like to know the mission for the rest of her life. And they're laughing because that is like such a big question. It's such a big question, but because the meaning of life is a collection of a whole bunch of small things, and learning from those small little challenges, and learning beyond it and expanding beyond that. So the mission for your life. What's her next mission? What's going to be coming up? Your current mission is really continuing to allow yourself into this shift in energy. So you've been studying the books and doing the work, but you haven't fully let yourself go and immerse yourself into believing and knowing. There's always been that resistance, and it really feels like your husband pulls you back quite a bit. That because he's such a non-believer, and but he's kind of coming around, but he still holds you back, and you're still very cautious about what you do. It's like, oh, I don't want to go too far, too fast, because hubby doesn't like this stuff. He doesn't really believe it, even though he supports me to do it. He doesn't necessarily believe it, and you're in a tough hustle to do that, and he loves you so much that he's looking out for you, and this is just the scared parent looking out. So he's coming from it at a very loving stage, because he doesn't want you to get hurt. And that's what he doesn't know it. He doesn't feel it. But for you, there's a necessity of letting go of the fear that's there if you really want to spiritually grow and see where you can go, because you are gifted and open in a really big way. And if you really want to see what that mission is for the rest of your life, you got to let go. And it's now that your choice is you can still stay being dragged slowly through this, and that's going to be what your life is going to be. But if you let go and really let yourself expand into where you should be going, or where you could go, unlimited possibilities. And that is the quantum, the possibilities of the unknown. Everything is available to you, but you have to let go in order to get there. So you've read all the books, you know what to do, you spent a lot of time, but now it's for you to let go and really see where you can go with this. Yeah. I hope that resonates. I'm excited for you. All right, I'm coming to Marjorie. Marjorie at 1:50. Marjorie says, I'd love a message, please, if you have time. Thank you and blessed day. Okay. All right. Who wants to come in for Marjorie? Marjorie, this feels like your grandmother or grandmother energy. Very much with the herbs and the candles and ancestral, grounded, knowing, inspiring, just giving direction and teaching. And it feels like very teacher energy, but grandmother and nurturing. Okay, and what does Marjorie need to hear for her greatest good? So she's talking about you, you feeling the next stage of your development. Okay, so you're not ready for Instagram. You're not ready to go to the world. You feel comfortable where you are on Facebook, and you've created some small groups. But now's the time to start your course. Now you don't got to make this charged. You can make it pay what you can, make a donation so that there's an exchange of energy. But there's a need for you to start sharing what you know about herbal medicine, the plants, and how all this ties into the spiritual aspect. So I find it's the candles, the herbs, pretty much a lot of what you know, in creating some education series on here. Whether you charge or not, but at least talking about it more. And there's a following, there's a people around you that want to get this information from you. They need to learn it in order for them to really help other people. So you have a lot of knowledge behind you that has been passed down from your grandmother, and it's this knowledge that you are ready. You're more than ready to share. I don't know what the resistance is, but you're more than ready. Well, the fear. You have the fear of judgment that's there, but it's time to let that go and allow that to come forward. So that's what I feel is coming for you, Marjorie, and it's time, and you know this. This isn't anything new, but specifically, it feels like a course around herbs and candles. Hope that resonates. Thank you. Golden Age says, endless gratitude with Andrew for coming forward and calling for channeling Andrew with this much needed perspective. Beautiful. Oh, thank you. I'm glad. Did that sound like Andrew? I don't know. I always question this as I go through new beings. So I'm coming to the amazing White Rabbit, who is destined for some really cool things. And I'm glad to be part of your energy. What messages does my mom's dad have for me? So, okay. Grandpa. Would you come in, please? Grandpa, come through. Okay. Okay, Grandpa's here. Did Grandpa have a bit of a hunch? I feel like hunched over a little bit. Kind of wearing a shirt similar to this, just like a monotone color, brownish, very darker brown pants, chocolate brown pants, and a lighter brown top, all single one color. Pants almost seem like wool. Very simple belt. Greenish type socks, like dull green, and brown shoes. Worn out belt, and shuffling with a bit of a hump. Okay, what does a white rabbit need to hear right now? Is that you? Excuse my language for this if anyone doesn't want to hear profanity, but he's saying fuck them. Saying fuck them. And it feels like all those mainly friends that are around you that don't get you or that are using you to make fun of you. He's like, fuck them. These aren't friends. They don't get it. They don't see what's going on. They don't see the power within you. What they're doing is actually they're afraid of you, so they're making fun of it. So they're attacking back at who you are, and they're very much afraid of your energy. So what they can do is just make fun of you, and poke fun of you, and make you the butt of the joke. And he's like, fuck them. They don't know how amazing you are and the good that you're going to be doing. Now, there's a necessity for them to trigger you and get you to the stage of who you are today, to make you a little bit more isolated, to force you to look within yourself. But there's also a really big shift that's going to be happening within you as well. You are, you're going to be entering into this next stage and letting go. And it starts with those words, fuck them. Once you let go of what they think of them, what you think of anybody thinks of you, you're going to see the power of who you are and how amazing you are and how wonderful you are, and truly where you're going to be going with all this. You've got a really cool future, and there's a lot of power within you. I see it from the first moment you came into these comments. I could feel it. There's something really big with you, and it's coming, and it's really freaking cool. Yeah, good things are coming for you, White Rabbit, but it starts with fuck them. Thanks, Grandpa. I hope that resonates. Julia says, thanks for telling me about the angels and gods concept of mine that affected your view on your path. Readings are very exact, awesome, exactly what is happening to me. Awesome. I'll learn to let go and move on. Yeah, you're doing it. Yeah, you're doing it. Awesome. All right, I'm coming to Soulfire Creations. Lauren, Sunflower. So please go check out Soulfire Creations on Facebook, which is Lauren and her amazing energy. Lauren says, I'd love a message if you have time and energy. Very grateful. All right. I'm just coming through. Who's going to come in for Lauren? Whew. Wow, Lauren. Okay, this I'm going to timestamp this. What feels like this came through is dragon energy. Expansive and large and just so big and stretching and coming out, and just this massive dragon coming out. And as the dragon awakens, the land could hear its roar. And as people hear this roar, they look to the mountains and they know that change is upon them, that the land will never be the same, that this earth will never be the same. And the dragon has awoken. and you are the dragon. And as you come across the land and you seize the sheep to feed your belly, you cast fire on the buildings, on those who attacked you and fought you. There are those that honor you and respect you and leave sheep out for you to consume. And you feed your belly and you reward them and you protect these people. And the dragon has awoken. So don't let this hold you back. You've gone through the trials. You know who you are. Allow the dragon to continue to come out through your body, through your skin, through your voice, and change the world. The time is now, and it has begun. I feel the need for you to continue to meditate and connect with your dragon energy, and sense what your next steps are. More is coming for you. It feels like you stepping away from your traditional job and entering more into your spiritual space, your education space, because you've gone through enough that you're going to be able to teach people what you know, what you've gone through, what you've learned, and now's the time. That's what's coming for you. I hope that resonates, Lauren, and I'm super glad to be in your energy. Okay, I'm coming to D, and I've got 15 minutes here, so I'm going to motor to get to everybody. Okay, I see people manifesting by just affirming and not taking action. Can I manifest paper being written without actually writing it? Is it true that anything can be manifested? Absolutely, anything can be manifested. That's the whole idea about the quantum, that there's an unlimited possibilities. And it's a matter of us letting go and aligning ourselves into there. But there's also a desire and a want that you're exhibiting with this. You have a desire and a strong want, and it's almost becoming like it's that the back hunched up. So, oh, I want. And it's just that creeping, that paper to be manifested. I'm going to manifest you. And it's like you're forcing it with will. And when you force things, it's not truly manifestation. Yeah, you can force things, but it's not a manifestation. And to truly manifest that energy, there's a quality of energy that needs to happen within you. And you have that energy. It's a matter of falling into the love, and not necessarily, it's letting go of the paper being manifested. And now that you've said it, you need to let it go and just allow it to happen, and it will write. And that may mean that you need to get that piece of paper and put it out in front of you and get the pen and stick it in here and zone out so that you can have some automatic writing and let the paper write itself. It doesn't mean that you're not going to be completely absolved from this, that is just going to show up on your desk. Don't wait for that moment. You need to actually become part of that energy and allow it to unfold. And that could mean automatic writing for you. And that's what it feels in terms of manifestation, is that you need to actually get the paper, put the pen, and allow it to manifest out through the ink. That's what I feel is coming for you. I hope that resonates. Julia says, something interesting I'd love to share with you, Con. I've been busy for the past year and did not read the post Facebook as often, but you've been appearing in my mind lately for several times. Oh, awesome. There's no mistake that you're here. And there's no mistake that you got that message. When you got that message, it was needed for you. So I hope that helps. And that's part of it. You know, Spirit's going to use any medium that they can come through and get that message to you. Whether it's through signs or symbols or whatever else. And E says, hello, may I please have a message from my angels? Okay, angels around E, would you come forward, please? I can feel energy cascading down. Oof. I've got chills. Thank you. You guys know when energy source or energy comes into me, I that happens to me if you haven't seen it, noticed. Okay, angels, what does E need to hear? Wow, that's a lot of strong energy. Okay, what message? What does E need to hear for her greatest good? I feel there's a staff that they've given me, and it's been stuck in the ground. And it's kind of like the beginning of the war, where you've walked up the mountain and you staked your spot of where the battle begins. And as the stake has gone up and you stand and you planted yourself, the troops are forming in behind you, and they're getting ready for the battle. There's a cross between, it's not necessarily so much a battle, but it feels like a great journey, a pilgrimage. But there's also that warrior spirit that comes along with it, as if you're going into battle, but it doesn't necessarily feel like you're entering into battle. It feels like you're entering into the beginning of an arduous journey that is going to be filled with pitfalls and great joyous moments of success and overcoming. So it feels like you're entering into the stage of a great journey. The stake has been planted, and the troops are filing in, which is all supported as your guides and angels, and they're all filing in behind you. And as you go through this journey, it's not just you walking this journey, it's the village, it's the entire clan that's with you, your angels, your guides, your ancestors, the spirits that you call in and that are with you always, from birth and before birth in all of your lifetimes. So it feels like you're entering into a great journey, and the stake has been planted. So just know you're not alone, and you're supported, and you're going to do really good. I hope that resonates. Let me know in the comments if it ever does. Okay, I'm coming to grace. 146.58. Okay. I like a message from my team. Okay, team for grace, greatest good. Direct energy coming in through the front, down the front into my heart, into my throat, expanding. And it's to do with speaking the truth, about coming into your energetic state of speaking your truth. Okay, I've got 10 minutes, I'm almost done. Okay, so now, Grace, you know you're going through a transition in everything, into, let's say, adulthood, into taking care of yourself. And that's what I mean by adulthood. It's not to say that you're not an adult. It's to say that you are, and there's time to that it's no longer relying on the support of others. It's coming into your own, and it's coming forward. But there's also a need for you to speak your truth, because people are going to be holding you back, saying, you're not ready for this. You can't do this. You don't have this. You don't have that. And it's time for you to speak your truth. Say, no, I do got this. I am ready. Everything's going to work out fine. And I need to do this on my own. And I thank you, and I appreciate you, and I love you so much for your support. But I need to be allowed to scrape my knees and learn from this as well. And will you support me as I transition and grow, and to be able to take care of myself? And that's what I'm moving into. I'm so appreciative of what you've given me, but I'm also need to learn to take care of myself. And that's the stage I'm entering into. And that's where I need your support now. Will you help me and support me there? So shift it, instead of fighting them on it, accept it and let them know that they're doing this because they love you, and ask them, like, let me grow. Let me take this step. I need to learn to walk on my own. So please support me as I go through this. And this is where you need to speak your truth. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. So that's it. They're leading at that, and there's nothing more to say on there, because I'm coming to the last question for Dovah. And Dovah at 149.29. So Dovah says, question. My friend said in his childhood he blacked out twice around his friend Luke. What happened and why? I can't remember those moments. Like a blockage. happened there. Can someone come in and make that clear? Share with what we can share. So it feels like it feels like an activation, as if Luke was a portal for galactic energy. Way out there, I know. I'm just passing through, it comes through. If it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But it feels like Luke was this portal and brought on this earth in order to funnel this energy through and to pass it through on this one you call your friend. And because of that questioning, this is, so certain triggers and things happen to us in childhood in order for us to reflect back and look back to see what that was and question it and to look deeper. So this is why this is coming up in your lifetime now, that you're questioning why I blacked out twice. Why was that? And now is the time to look at that and observe. So when your friend goes into meditation and there's a need for, there's two aspects of this. There's the aspect of the effect of the blackout on the body, and there's the aspect of the effect of the quantum message that goes along with it. So as your friend goes into meditation, quiet the body, and then the mind, and then stay in the mind, and then look at the blackness and say, show me what happened in the blackness or why that happened. And allow that message to unfold without judgment, without analyzing it. Don't analyze it during the meditation. Just sit there and allow that energy to unfold, allow the images to unfold, and allow the analysis to happen afterwards. And then in the second meditation is to go further up above you into space, into the blackness, into the void, into the quantum, and expand yourself in all directions. And then ask the question, what is the lesson that I need to learn from this? What is the message that I need to learn from all of this? And that is the twofold of why that happened, to give the experience now in order to explore what happened in the body and mind. This is all part of the grow, and that was a trigger that was necessary for them to awaken now. Yeah, there's a definite lesson with that. Very, very cool. I love that. And with that, beautiful people, I want to thank you so much for being part of another Channeling Erik Archangel Guidance, where I do this live reading every Friday. So please join me and come back. So we'll see you next Friday. Thank you for giving me the energy and the practice for this. I love you all so much. And please check out my latest YouTube short that I put out there and on my Instagram, and please connect out. You can find links in the description. And with that, much love. Channeling Erik sends out much love, and please support Elise Medhus and the work that she does. You can find all the links in the description below. Much love, everybody. I'll see you next week. Bye.